My guest today needs no introduction. She is the indomitable, beautiful, radiant, kind of spirit warrior, I think, for most of us in our 40s and 50s, Yasmin Furmie. She is leading the way in terms of design and self-expression. And I can't wait to delve into this conversation about what wealthy women warriors are doing out there to define what the new 50 and 60 looks like, to define what aging and longevity and vitality looks like, which is so relevant for us on our wealthy journey. So thank you, Yasmin, for coming. I know we've only ever met once before physically, but that once mattered. And I'm deep into Yasmin's design and her clothing. And I'm just so grateful that we have the opportunity to speak wealthy women journeys to each other and share.
Thank you very much for having me, and what a wonderful introduction.
I tried to get it just right, but often you have very big women with very big energy, and sometimes you just can't find the words. So I think I just wanted to introduce you to what the wealthy culture, brand, lifestyle is about. I mean, I always say wealthy is actually a verb. It's an action. It denotes an ecosystem and a way of living and thinking that I think you so embody. So we were so grateful when you said yes. Can I just ask, what does a wealthy day typically look like for you?
I am a person who values routine.
Amen.
Yeah. And I don't mean it as a fixed way that I can't change any of that, but I do like waking up very early. I pray, first of all. And I think that waking up early just sets the tone for my day, because it's an energizing thing for me to wake up early. I read a lot. I set that time aside to read. It's quiet. I don't have to listen to anything, worry about anything. I try not to go on my phone, my iPad, social media, or any of that sort of thing. I do send a message to my bestie and business partner every morning to say good morning to her. Cynthia.
Shout out to Cynthia, rocking it,
absolutely.
killing it.
So that's the only time I pick up my phone to say good morning to her. I say, good morning, Sissy. And then I go back to what I have to do. And then, of course, doesn't matter what mood I'm in, I have to go to the gym.
Are you a daily gym girl?
Daily.
What?
Daily.
Every day?
Every single day.
Oh my God, you're making my 2-3 times a week look pale. Absolutely.
So into the physical gym 5 days a week.
Yes.
And I walk or run, depending on my knee, on Saturday and Sunday.
It is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It is.
So that is my routine every single morning, come rain, shine, doesn't matter.
That is just amazing. And I think just simply the absolute clean energy that you cultivate with your morning routine, coupled with the dopamine and an amazing energy rush you're going to get from all of that movement. I mean, what a powerful way to start your day, and such discipline.
Well,
consistency is the hardest thing.
When you're consistent in something that you do, it becomes so habit forming that you don't even think about it as something, oh, I must do this. It's something that is very automatic for me now. So I don't even think of it too much, like, oh my goodness, I've got to go to the gym. Oh my God. It's like an automatic thing for me.
Yeah. Now that is so key, because we often speak about those cortexes in the brain where you have to force yourself to do something hard in order to kickstart change, right? So that is the jump that I think a lot of consumers get stuck behind. They can't get themselves to do the hard thing.
Yeah.
And once they do, and they activate that part of the brain that says, okay, I've kicked in, she's overridden this comfort zone.
Yeah.
She's taken herself out the danger of the comfort her brain is pushing her into. She's overridden the button. She's making a new neural pathway. And eventually, you've built a life of habits that actually support each other. So like you say, before you realize it, it's not a hard job.
Yeah.
It's just your daily life.
Yeah.
It's life.
Absolutely. And I think everybody has to go through the hard part, because everything that you want to change in your life comes with big challenges, inward and outward, because you question a lot of things. Do I really have to do it? What if I do it twice? Will it make a difference? You almost naysay all the things that you know is good for you, but sometimes laziness, whatever it is, you just have to go through it every single day. And like you say, that's when something happens. There's a shift in that pathway that just kicks in, and you go for it.
And you go
all the time. Yeah.
And I think it's that trigger, it's that point at which a lot of people begin their journeys. And we call it the wealthy journey because what we know for a fact, whether it's clinically researched, socially proven, we know that your health is the tectonic plate upon which everything else rests.
Yeah.
Your marriage, your children, your work, your hustle, everything. Everything rests on your ability to be healthy and strong, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And that holistic health is so important as well. So what we're finding is once the customer or the consumer or our family of wealthy followers, once they begin this journey, there really isn't a going back. It is fundamentally a lifestyle shift and a mindset change. So while we come along and we create this family of digital support, so you can plug in and you can see other women doing other things, what we really want to do is communally uplift, because as we are also aware, as I said to you when we sat down, I think it was Oprah who said, women are the keeper of all things. So yes, we are the multitaskers, we are the home drivers, we are the career climbers, we earn the money, we birth the children, we are the emotional glue that holds most of the families in this world together. And having all of these things to do, often your wealthy woman might sit there and say, I'm too busy. I don't need something else to go onto my to-do list. I'm done. I'm already multitasked to the point of burnout.
Yeah.
But I think we should speak more about the fact that it's when you're at that point that you need to start the wealthy journey the most.
And you know what? It's sometimes it's the feeding yourself with those things that are very individual, like you're reading, you're praying, you're going to the gym. But the addition to that also just keeps me going, is the connection that I have with other people, like especially the girls I gym with. They're my really good friends.
Yes.
From gym, we go and have coffee, we chat, we'll talk about, oh, my husband this, my friend that, my business this, whatever it is that you can get off your chest. It's so absolutely important to have those social connections as well, as part of that routine that just sets up my day.
And women are good at community.
Absolutely.
We have our friends, we have our colleagues, we have our gym mates. I had an aqua club that saved me at a point when I was just incredibly sad and going through one of the hardest challenges of my life. And I would jump into this pool with a strange bunch of women, and they held me in that water. And I stayed in that pool with that class for 2 years.
Yeah.
That was how safe and held I felt with a bunch of women who were 10, 15 years my senior.
Yeah. The sociability factor that you have with other people just really keeps you so content. And that's really important.
And I love that because, I mean, from even me post-divorce, what really, really helped me was a bunch of women in an aqua class, an amazing group of hikers who climbed and walked with me day in and day out. It was these communities that I found real love in.
Yeah.
A real love and a very nurturing space, you know.
Really.
And especially as we age, and I don't know about you, but I do struggle with emptiness syndrome.
Oh, no, not me.
I'm still struggling.
I know that there are a lot of, I think the expectation is that you should struggle because you birth these children, you've given them all the things that you can. They're there. You know, it's this very sort of interdependent relationship that you have with your children, and then you assume it's going to be difficult. But I always knew that at a point this has to happen. And I wanted it to happen in a healthy way for them. That they never felt, oh my goodness, my mom's so sad, she's missing us. I need to always phone her. Oh yes, I do have the expectation that they phone me and I phone them and they must answer the damn phone. But I do just feel that for me, when they left, I was like, I can do the things that I want to do. And it's very healthy that they are doing their thing. It's their journey, their new page, and it's going to be my new page. Yeah, I think it is important to be able to discern or make the distinction of where you are and who's supporting you and that juncture in your life. And if you aren't getting the support from your partner, or the validation that, okay, it is your time now, and I'm very glad that it's your time. Or then maybe you need to make some hard decisions. Yeah.
And I think at that point, let's talk the way creativity and expression starts to come forth. You'll find a lot of wealthy women, once they've clicked into that, the kind of like owning their physical and mental and spiritual health, will start to express and create much more. I mean, I don't know. Look at what you and Cynthia have done in the design space. Don't you just feel like something happens, like a cap pops off at some point, and you get this whole new burst of energy? I mean, I know I definitely felt it.
No, I think when we were talking about the emptiness and your children going away, I think for me it was, okay, now they're gone. What do you need to do for yourself?
Right.
And always, I'd always known that it had to be in a space where I was doing the thing that I loved, and what I love is fashion. And
you do it well. You do.
And, Cynthia's always been in that world.
Yes.
And it was perhaps for her too stepping away from what she normally does, because she also has in the fashion space a different business to what we do together. And I think everything just like puzzle pieces, slotted into place. And it was at that time when it's almost like, I hate that word pivot, but it was that pivot from doing what I used to say nothing, but it wasn't. I was raising my children.
Yes.
Yes, never nothing.
No, that is an entire purpose.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. But there are always those who look upon the woman who stays home with the children as perhaps not as valuable a member of society as someone pursuing a hectic career or whatever it is. But you move into another space. It's almost like that other chapter in your life that's going to open up the other petals of who you are.
And that's the thing.
Yeah. And in that creativity and things I do with my clothes, with Sisi the collection and Cynthia, it's wonderful.
It really is. And I find like when we look at a product like Royalty Femme that we're trying to build now, and like I said to you earlier, we don't just want to talk women over 50. We want to be able to tap into the 20-somethings who are just starting to find their petals, right? They are just starting to figure out what their petals look like and feel like. How do they flower now as young women? We want to talk to those women. Then you hit the 30-somethings and they are mamas for the first time.
Yeah.
They're building homes. They're raising children for the first time. They're figuring out what motherhood looks like next to their womanhood and how these two things come together. And then the 40-somethings are like trying not to burn out.
With taking on career.
With children and career. Or just, there's a huge amount of pressure on the 40-something-year-old woman. And then you go into your 50s and suddenly she's discovering again what her petals look like because her roles have changed.
Yeah.
So I know we can't be like magic in a bag, I call it. You can't. You can't be magic in a bag. I think that is also very important because women need to understand that there are certain basic things that our bodies just slow down on production of. Collagen. By the time you're 35, your production of collagen is dropped by 50%. So you need to supplement it. Also, we're not living in 100 years ago where the meat was fresh, where the water was clean, where you had high quality, fresh, local fruits and vegetables coming at your plate very easily.
Yeah.
We don't live in that time anymore. So that's why I think a lot of South African women need to open their minds to supplements, not to replace healthy eating, but to simply supplement their bodies for what they need.
Yeah.
Like I was looking to boost. I was looking to now take this good feeling and make it more. I wanted more of it.
Yeah.
You know, but I think those important things, the creatine, magnesium, D3, omega, and fiber.
And fiber is incredibly important.
Just gonna say,
I mean, I think
we have to talk about fiber.
For a long time, people were not talking about fiber because
Yes.
they're so pushed into this. You must have lots of protein and
Yes. Let's stop talking about
and that's not
fiber.
talking about fiber, but our bodies need fiber every single day.
Yes.
And I think as much as we talk about supplementation, we have to talk about the fact that we need to eat good food and we need to make conscious choices about the food that we eat, whole foods, not ultra processed foods.
Yes.
Because I think sometimes people also take the lazy way out. They'll eat not in the greatest way. I think the supplementation is going to help.
No.
It doesn't work like that.
No. There again, wealthy women understand this is a choice.
Yeah.
Wealthy is a verb, it's an action. So you have to choose the steak and the fiber in the veggies and the hydrating drink before you go to bed, because you've got to make your choices around whole, clean food.
Yeah.
The supplements come after that. You know, they are your booster mechanism after that. And yes, I still do agree that there's a certain amount of solace you can find in being able to say, okay, well, my body is slowing down on the production of collagen. I'm not drinking bone marrow soup every day to keep that collagen up. So I can take this powder at night and know that I'm doing what my bones need me to do. But I've had a good plate of food. I've done my movement for the day. Nobody's perfect, but you're as close to where you need to be. What you and I know now in our 50s and 60s, what's the one really strong takeaway for you on your own wealthy journey that you would share with a younger woman?
I've always believed it. And I think that's why for me, I'm still on that path, is that I started on the path when I was in my late teens. Even it was a little bit, not necessarily with supplementation, but certainly with exercise.
Right.
I always moved.
Right.
Whether it was walking, whether it was once or twice in the gym, but I always knew that I had to exercise.
That's a wonderful foundation.
So I think you need to build that foundation at a young stage. I think like anything, you can abuse your body and then think, okay, well, when I'm 50, 60, I can start doing the repairs. But sometimes that's too late to start doing the repairs, I think and for me also, I'm a firm believer in balance. It is not saying that you go full steam and that it's only this or that. Nothing is a binary, story. You have to find a balance, what works for you, and you make that work for you all the time. Sometimes you fall off the wagon, you get back up and you get back on it again.
That's the thing. It's not prescriptive. It's not an army regime. I mean, do you find yourself balancing purpose, pleasure, the purpose of your wealthy journey, and the pleasure you find as a woman, just living in the world, taking in your family, your friends, your culture?
Absolutely. I think the two have to go together, because when you are feeling well, when you're feeling healthy, when you're just feeling good about yourself, all the other things that you take on become easy.
Therein lays the key. It's when you're feeling good in your skin.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I think our journeys as wealthy women, that is ultimately the feeling. When I speak to men in the wealthy space, they will often say, we just want peace. But I think for us, we want to feel good in our bodies.
Yeah.
And that is an energy that you will often receive long before the person starts talking. You will feel that woman walk in the room.
Yeah.
You will feel her energy, and she will resonate. It's almost like a ripple effect. She will calm you down sometimes, and that, I think that is such a wonderful motivator to women who are starting on their wealthy journeys, is you get to feel really good in your skin.
Yeah.
And that is powerful. You can't buy that.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Perfection is not the ideal outcome.
It's
Perfectionism is something that's going to make you sick.
Yes.
So you do the best you can for yourself, ultimately for others, And I think that for me is the greatest way you can go along your wellness path.
Just in closing, I mean, tell me, what do you think your next chapter as a wealthy woman looks like? I mean, how do you go forward? What's your aspiration? What's your goal? Do you not have one? And that's okay.
I always say I don't set particular goals for myself, but I do know that I want to go through my years being active, being living with great intention for myself and for others, because I don't think we live in this world just for ourselves. We live for other people as well, in how we can assist them on whatever journey they are on. In terms of business, growing our business, keeping my friends, keeping my mind active. So those are all my goals, and just being who I am, surrounding myself with fabulous people, young, old. So I don't have a specific goal, but I want to continue in the way that I am now, because I feel very alive, very energetic, very rejuvenated, and I want to continue feeling that.
Cheers to that, Yasmin. Wow. The energy we all deserve. Cheers. And thank you for coming.